This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Welcome to episode 2 of the NBA at 75 Over and Back special on the Slam Dunk Contest. Episode 1 was all about the 1984 Slam Dunk Contest, the quote-unquote inaugural NBA Slam Dunk Contest. We're going to jump ahead 2 years now to 1986. And really when the NBA Slam Dunk Contest became famous for being the night when spectacle took center stage. I'm Rich of the Over and Back Classic NBA Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. This is in coordination with Fansided.com and their NBA at 75 series. Make sure you check that out at Fansided.com. Also at the Step Back at Fansided.com as well. This is me just going solo. This is Rich just going solo. Jason will join us at some point during the series or for a wrap-up show, or at some point very soon. You will hear from both of us again. But for now, you're stuck with me. So let's get into it. The 1986 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. 5'6" Atlanta Hawks point guard Michael Anthony Jerome Spud Webb probably wasn't the night's best dunker. He didn't even have the best or the biggest dunks, but none of that really mattered. What Spud lacked in traditional quote-unquote great dunks, he made up for in showmanship. The 1986 NBA Slam Dunk Contest was a changing of the guard moment for the competition. It made us question, what is a great dunk anyway? What really is, and who really is the best dunker at this time? That stuff doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. The competition featured several guys who would fit the mold of the quote-unquote traditional great dunkers. Shooting guards and small forwards around the 6'4" to 6'8" range, all explosive athletes capable of rising well above the rim to slam home a dunk. But tradition stinks. Traditions are meant to be broken, and in 1986, what we knew about great dunkers and great dunks was thrown out the window. On this night, the dunk contest became much more than just an athletic competition. It became a spectacle and a sideshow in all of the right ways. Fresh off an appearance on The Tonight Show, Spud Webb, a rookie, dazzled his hometown audience in Dallas en route to a shocking defeat of Atlanta Hawks teammate Dominique Wilkins. Still the shortest player to ever win a dunk contest, Webb's performance led him to receive national endorsements from Coca-Cola, Hardee's, Chips Ahoy, and many more.
Today, the game of basketball is played above the rim. High above the rim. And whether you're a big man or not, we invite you to take your game higher in Ponies, SST, and Collegiate, the first soft leather basketball shoes cleared for takeoff and ready to fly.
From 1986 onward, the NBA Slam Dunk Contest became much more of a sideshow than a competition. The crowd's influence in determining a winner would become apparent and would be a central theme throughout the years of the competition. On this night, tradition was thrown out the window. The 1984 contest was all about looking to the past to build for the future, and in 1986, the future had arrived, and it arrived in the smallest package possible. The competitors. Roy Hinson, one of the key players for the still rebuilding Cleveland Cavaliers, Hinson parlayed a career year with Cleveland into a trade that saw him move to Philadelphia for the 1986 number 1 overall pick, Brad Daugherty. Jerome Kersey, the second-year Portland Trailblazers forward, was still figuring out his place in the NBA. He would eventually become a franchise cornerstone for the Blazers. Paul Pressey, a steady role player for the contending Milwaukee Bucks. Terrence Stansbury, perhaps the first true dunk contest guy. It's the best way to describe it. Stansbury would play only 3 NBA seasons, but participate in 3 NBA Slam Dunk contests, 1985, 1986, and 1987. Terry Tyler, the oldest competitor in the Slam Dunk Contest, Tyler broke in with the 1979 Detroit Pistons as a reliable forward on both ends of the court. He's representing the lowly Sacramento Kings. Spud Webb, the 87th overall pick in the 1985 NBA Draft. Nobody could have expected Webb to even make the leap at 5'6", let alone participate in a slam dunk competition. Dominique Wilkins, the constant of the first 3 NBA Slam Dunk contests, Wilkins is a full-blown superstar at this point and would lead the league in scoring. Gerald Wilkins, the younger brother of Dominique, was a late replacement in the competition for the injured Orlando Woolridge. A very good player unfortunately in the shadow of his older brother. The competition. The beautiful absurdity of the 1986 slam dunk contest begins almost immediately as Spud Webb does a reverse dunk that hits off the top of his head and out of the basket. It confuses judges and fans alike, leaving everyone to wonder, did the dunk even go in? What happened here? Stansbury, who I mentioned earlier, was the very first quote-unquote dunk contest guy. What I mean by that is he's not that good or he's not that well known or high level, but he was a dunk contest guy. He would participate in these slam dunk contests and do great. He is, to me, one of the more underrated dunk contest dunkers of all time, and he starts his run in the 1986 contest by hitting his now legendary 360 Statue of Liberty dunk, which, by the way, still to this day is Terrence Stansbury's Twitter account, is 360 Statue of Liberty. So I think this guy is a dunk contest guy. That's what I'm saying. And again, like Stansbury, unlike many of the early dunk contest participants, isn't well known or high level of a player. He'd play only 3 NBA seasons. He'd participate in a slam dunk contest during each of those 3 years. And, over the years, we've become familiar with a lot of guys who will be dunk contest guys. And they're in the dunk contest simply because they are great dunkers. But Stansbury is perhaps the first of this and arguably one of the best.
First round, his first attempt, he had 34. That's the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty, 360, and that's what turned him on in Indiana last year when he finished third in the slam dunk.
Stansbury had a little difficulty first round. Missed his first 2 attempts, came back, and there it is in slow motion, the 360 Statue of Liberty.
I thought he might save that, but he went to it right away.
Right.
Not content with simply being Dominique's younger brother, Gerald scored a 50 with a beautiful free throw-ish line dunk over a chair. An early prop. Again, spectacle. Terry Tyler does a basic dunk a few feet in front of the free throw line. Jerome Kersey. He would later trade high flying for stable all-around play on the court, but this time he's a dunker, and he throws the ball off the backboard for a beautiful one-handed dunk. He and Stansbury will soon enter a dunk-off to break the first round tie. Stansbury dazzled with a double clutch reverse. Kersey missed his dunk and loses the dunk off. In the second round, the momentum of Webb is building. This guy isn't just here because of the hilarity of a small guy dunking. This dude may win the whole thing, and Webb stakes his claim to this in the second round with a bounce off the court, and then the 5'6" guard grabs the ball and does a reverse that makes the crowd go insane. Another 50. Can he really do this?
So impressive, and a crowd with a standing ovation. You see the 10s flashing.
That is out of sight.
The one thing, John, the creativity of Webb.
Absolutely, Rick. Look at this. It looks like he's taking a shot. Now the timing that ball should bounce just right. He meets it at the height and does a reverse.
A 50 for Spud Webb, and a deserved mark for sure.
It'd be fair to say that, I guess it wouldn't be fair to say that Dominique Wilkins was jealous of his Hawks teammate at this point. We definitely want to remind people that this was his competition, that he was the defending champion as he throws down an explosive windmill dunk to take back control. Later in the second round, Hawkins hits yet another one of his famous dunks, a split-legged, double-clutch reverse dunk that's delivered with such velocity you would have thought a grenade went off in the building. Despite a valiant attempt by Stansbury, we're going to have an all-Atlanta Hawks final as Spud Webb battles the defending champion Dominique Wilkins for the crown. Webb starts the final round with an insane 360 dunk. A 360. Spud Webb is 5'6". Spud Webb can't palm the ball. Before the contest, Webb is going to tell the New York Times, "I can do any dunk the rest of them can do, except dunk 2 balls at the same time like Dr. J. My hands are too small to palm the ball." It didn't matter. Spud Webb just did a 360 dunk. Wilkins counters with a 360 dunk of his own. It's insanely impressive. It's Dominique hitting a 360. It looks great. It sounds great. It's everything you could possibly want out of a traditional dunk contest dunk. But as we've talked about, tradition stinks. Get tradition out of here. We want spectacle. And this shows the new era of the slam dunk contest, the gimmick, the sideshow, the spectacle. It's all done to perfection here. With each subsequent Spud Webb leap through the air, the crowd grows more and more invested in their hometown boy. And who among us can't find inspiration in Webb, a man with the height of a very normal human being, or God, he's even short by most human standards. Quite literally floating in the air to throw down dunks nobody his size should have any business doing. Webb is defying both gravity and logic. And on this night, the Dallas crowd has no time for the naturally gifted athletes. And instead, they are fully invested in the man called Spud defying the odds. The judges award Wilkins a 50 for his 360, and the Dallas crowd boos heavily. They have made their choice. They've picked their winner. Don't take this from them. Spud's final dunk continued this night of unbelievability as the ball bounced off the floor against the backboard, and Webb threw it through the rim with one hand. Ladies and gentlemen, it's over. Another 50. This was Spud Webb's night. Wilkins finished the competition with his famous nuclear bomb baseline windmill dunk. The judges, including Cowboys legend Roger Staubach, and who else? But of course, women's tennis legend Martina Navratilova. They took their sweet time getting the scores in, and as they're doing that, chants of Spud, Spud, Spud rain out over the arena.
Dunk. The judges, I'm telling you, the judges had more pressure on that than Dominique, because you know he's going to deliver something.
I think Spud's going to win.
The judges are dying over there.
I don't think that dunk by Dominique was a 50. Let's see what happens as the crowd chants Spud.
It's like the Olympics.
Oh, how people love the underdog. 49, 48, our new slam dunk champion with an incredible upset, Spud Webb.
You picked Dominique. I didn't think this guy had a chance.
Shows you how much we know.
What a surprise. Boy, that was thrilling.
Wilkins got a 48, and it's over. His quest to repeat dashed. The Slam Dunk Championship stayed in Atlanta, but the trophy, only a couple feet shorter than Webb, is in his hands. The storybook ending. For this win, Spud Webb is going to win $12,500. That's nothing in the NBA in 2022. That's barely fine money in 2022. It would barely make a dent in most players' salaries today. And really, in 1986, not that much either, at least for Dominique Wilkins. In 1986, though, that $12,500 represented roughly 20% of Webb's yearly rookie minimum salary of $70,000. This was life-changing money for Spud Webb and a life-changing moment for Spud Webb. Webb would participate in future slam dunk contests, but never reach the heights he did on this night. His actual NBA career would defy logic as well, as he would start from, kind of a bench role player role on the competitive Atlanta Hawks to becoming the centerpiece of the early 90s Sacramento Kings, scoring a career high 16 points per game in 1992. This night, though, Webb not only transformed his life, but gave all of us a look at what the slam dunk contest could be. Everything that has made slam dunk contests fun, the theatrics over the last 4 decades, can all be rooted in this night, this moment, and the 5'6" Spud Webb gliding through the air as a raucous Dallas, Texas audience chanted his name, Spud, Spud, Spud. Future short guys would go on to win multiple dunk contests. Nate Robinson, 3 to his name. Guys would use props and sideshows and all. It all starts here. This is when tradition is thrown out the window, and you don't have to be the best dunker in the world. You don't have to be a naturally gifted athlete. You just need to bring your A game at the dunk contest, and you could have a chance to win, just like Spud did. On this night, Spud Webb showed us everything that the dunk contest could be and everything that made the dunk contest great. It's not always about the best dunker on the best night. It's not always about the best dunks on the best night. It's about the best show, the most fun show. Who is the spectacle, the sideshow? Who is going to make this event matter? Who is going to take center stage? And on this night, that man was Spud Webb. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode 2 of the NBA at 75 Over and Back special on the dunk contests. 2 down, 8 more to go. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe on your podcast app of choice. Make sure you support our friend Rich Latta, Rich Latta 32 on Twitter, if you want to listen to everything else that he's done. The music beds you're hearing on this are all from Rich Latta, so thank you so much to him. Go to Twitter, RichLatta32, support him, pay him for some stuff, pay him to make some music for you, because listen to this stuff. It's great stuff. It's incredible stuff by Rich. So thank you so much to Rich Latta for that. And thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you check out these articles all also up at thefansided.com. Also the step back at fansided.com. Again, Jason will be back at some point very soon. But for now, unfortunately, you're stuck with me. So this is the Over and Back Classic NBA podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Over and Back NBA. And we'll talk to you again next time. Take care. Bye.